going to share with you guys 4 reasons why Amazon sucks. Reason number 1, initial startup costs. You hear a lot about making money fast and all of these different platforms like Amazon that can help you sell your product online. But no one talks about the upfront costs, the actual money that you're investing in this product before you even start making a product. For Vino cards, it was about $12,000, and usually, depending on what your product is, the initial cost will be anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. That includes everything from researching a product idea, creating the product, design, and then sending it to your manufacturer and having them ship it to you, most likely from China or anywhere in the world, and then actually sending it into Amazon warehouses. So at this point, we're talking about roughly $12,000 to $15,000. So it was exactly that for Vino cards, and that is about $12,000 of my own money that I'd have to put into this product. This is a large investment up front, and the Amazon business model makes you have to spend that money up front in order to get the ball rolling. There are plenty of other platforms that you can use that are actually free so that you can sell a product that doesn't require that much upfront cost. And because of that high upfront cost that you're spending, it'll take a while for you to actually make that money back, to make a profit from your business. And that leads me to reason number 2. Reason number 2 is time to profitability. Once you have your product on Amazon, it takes a while to actually make money. And that means that you have to really invest in spending on marketing and using social media platforms to direct your customers to Amazon. And it takes a while to get that money. On top of that, you have to start reinvesting whatever money that you are making in your product. So you're not really even seeing a profit for a while, because all of the money that you are making, at least in the first few months, you're putting right back into the product. You have to send in more inventory to Amazon, so you have to pay for those shipping fees. Or you have to produce more units of your product, which means you have to coordinate with your manufacturer to get that product to you as soon as possible, to send back into Amazon, and of course to start selling to customers at that point. There are a lot of steps that go into this even before you launch on Amazon. It can be a very long process. First, you have to find a product, and then you have to design it, make the product come to life, send it to a manufacturer, communicate with them on what you want the product and final product to look like. Then you have to wait for it to be made. Once that is done, it'll be shipped to you, whether that's by air shipping or sea shipping, depending on where it's being manufactured. Then you have to send it into the Amazon warehouses and basically wait until they process that so that it is live on your Amazon page. And then after that, you of course have to do a lot of marketing and working on PPC codes and all sorts of things. The list goes on to really push your product and make it sell. Amazon is a long-term business model, and if you want to make passive income over a long period of time, then it is a great platform. But you really have to be aware of every initial cost that goes into it and the time to profitability that it'll take. And once you are on the Amazon platform and ready for the product to be seen by everyone, you have to take into account Amazon fees. You can't sell on Amazon without them taking a percentage of what you make. So that brings me to reason number 3 as to why Amazon sucks. So reason number 3 is the Amazon fees. Based on your total sales per month, Amazon takes about 15% of your sales. So I want to break down real quick what those fees are and what I've noticed over the last 10 months since I've been selling on Amazon. So as I mentioned earlier, it took about $12,000 to create my product. But let's say about $10,000 of that was the actual physical units that I had purchased. And I purchased about 2,000 units from my manufacturer so that I can start selling those on Amazon. So just to sell on Amazon, they take about 15% of your sales. And for me, that was around $3,000 just to sell on their platform. There are also shipping fees. So because it is FBA, they are handling all of the shipping costs, which sounds great, but that is about $3,000 that they are taking. There are also a lot of miscellaneous fees, very tiny fees that do equal about $1,000. So that is $6,000 that I have to subtract from my total just to cover the Amazon fees. But this doesn't also account for any extra marketing that I want to do on Amazon. So for PPC, that can range anywhere from $500 to about $1,000 extra on top of that $6,000 fees. But the major fear that I have is that Amazon is always changing. These fees vary depending on what's going on with the platform and with the product itself. There's a lot that I'm relying on Amazon to accomplish for me, especially sending out the products in time to my customers so that they have a positive experience. But at any point, Amazon is in control of my product, and they have complete control of actually being able to sell on their platform. They can ban you for any reason at any time, and maybe you could talk with them and get that repealed depending on what happens, but that is on their time. And so it can really delay your product if something were to come up. You're 100% working with them. There are horror stories of Amazon losing inventory, and although they can reimburse you if it is found, that is extra amount of time that you are spending working with them than selling to your customers. And if there are any delays, that is preventing from you gaining a profit from your business. That is going to bring a lot of delay to actually growing your business as much as you can. And that brings me to reason number 4, cash flow. I mentioned this a little earlier in the video, but cash flow is so important. You are reinvesting any money that you are making from the platform into your business. And over time, long term, this can work out really well as you see your numbers of profit grow. And that is very different than revenue. The actual money that's going back into your pocket is significantly less than your total revenue. But in any case, you need to reinvest that money and you have to have cash flow. This means that whatever profit that you are making, you want to put it back into the business. So you have to make sure that any money that you are making from Amazon, that you are keeping track and reinvesting into your product. So keep track of if you need to send in more inventory or if you need your manufacturer to create more units for you. Whatever money that you are making off of the platform, you need to be able to reinvest in your business. But all of the reasons that I mentioned before, that can be very difficult to determine how much of that cash flow you'll actually have. There are a lot of variables that can affect your product on Amazon, and I just want you all to be so aware of the different little things that Amazon requires you to do. With that being said, Amazon is a great platform to sell your product. Millions of people are searching through Amazon to buy things, to have it easily shipped to them, and it'd be so great for you to put your product on there. So it's really a great platform to take advantage of. However, all of these reasons that I have listed before are something to be aware of, and there are plenty more, but these are the top 4 that I feel are the most pressing and the most daunting. But if you had that initial startup cost to create your product, go for it. And if you do give yourself enough time to really slowly build this product so you'd have a long-term passive income success, then this is the greatest thing that you can do for your product, at least to start with. And even though there are Amazon fees and possible obstacles that come your way, you can handle it. And as long as you know how to plan and account for any variable that may derail your product. I am here in Sayulita, Mexico, and enjoying the fact that Amazon is taking care of any sales that are going through the website. I am so grateful that I do have my product on Amazon, and because millions of people use the platform, it's getting tons of visibility, and I enjoy seeing the positive comments that people are leaving about it, or even if there are some negatives, to have that feedback is wonderful, and it does allow you to create a long-term passive income strategy. I hope that you find this video helpful, and if you have any other tips or tricks or questions or comments about anything that I've shared, definitely leave a comment below. I reply to all of them, of course. So go ahead and subscribe and you'll get those weekly updates. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.